What is up, everybody? I'm Ryan from Fireside Yankees. I mixed emotions. Yankees pull off a great win, which is awesome. That's obviously a win for the Yankees. 2-0. You go up and you get a series opener. Nothing wrong with that. But I am a Knicks fan, and I just watched the Knicks lose in pretty brutal fashion. So, kind of mixed emotions right now. If you guys are tuning in, this is our first post-game stream in a while. We had not done post-game streams in a little bit. I got a little busy. But they should be back. We should be doing these for good. Probably keep it to about 20 or 30 minutes. Nothing too crazy. So, if you guys are here, we appreciate you guys' support. Again, this is kind of on short notice and even hype this thing up. Maybe it's a little bit of surprise, but, surprises are good, I feel like. Sometimes surprises are nice. Again, if you are coming over from this Knicks loss, or if you're just out and about, come back from the Yankees win, maybe you're a Nets fan and you kind of enjoy watching the Knicks lose. Maybe you're a Celtics fan and enjoy watching the Knicks lose. Maybe you're a Pacers fan. I don't know any Yankee Pacers fans, but sure. But yeah, I'm going to just type out the link. Make sure you guys comment. I'm going to be answering all questions for about 25, 30 minutes, somewhere in that range. Hashtag Yankees 2-0 win. All righty. Link is out. So, kind of give you a quick recap for today's game. Not a lot of offense. Offense was very hard to come by. Anthony Rizzo had really all of the Yankees runs. He was the entire Yankee offense today. He picked up two RBIs. He had that home run, obviously, in the top of the ninth. And I'm not saying that was the game changer, but I would certainly say that gave me a little more cushion. Or it certainly gave us a little bit less of a scare. Considering right now, the Yankees, Clay Holmes had not his first, but one of those like weird outings where he just didn't have it. But it is what it is. Hey, Ryan, test Trevor Alley, Anthony Rizzo, 2, Rays, nothing. Yeah, so Anthony Rizzo played his butt off. Anthony Rizzo's been really has balled out. Now he's up to, if I'm not mistaken, he's got like a 120 something WRC plus. Having a 125, 130 WRC plus player, having a 125 to 130 WRC plus player at first base is really important. And I think end of the day, when we're looking at Anthony Rizzo and his role in this team, you feel significantly better about their outlook. The way that he's played, the way that he's performed, the way that he's done lately. He's had a really strong month of May. He finished April strong, and hopefully that's a sign of things to come, because I really do think the Yankees have something going good with Rizzo here. Jose Trino framing masterclass. Absolutely. He looked great. He was phenomenal. He actually picked up 2 singles as well, and honestly could have picked up a third if it wasn't for a phenomenal play. Probably would have been a double. A phenomenal play off the bat from Isaac Paredes at third base. So, overall, just a really, really, really good game for the Yankees, a really strong win for them. And, the Clay Holmes regression stage is going to suck because people think he's awful again. Clay Holmes isn't going to have a 4.80 ERA all year. It's just not going to happen. He'll have some rough games. It is what it is. Is what it is. Like, I'm not really going to get too up in arms about it. Things happen, right? The Yankees are going to see him struggle, just like Juan Soto's going to have struggles. Guys are going to struggle, get hot. That's baseball. It is what it is. But with that being said, the Yankees, they've been playing really good baseball for a pretty consistent stretch now. I'm pretty encouraged by the way they've been playing lately. They've pitched their asses off. They've been able to hit when they need to. Clarke Schmidt. I would argue Clarke Schmidt is the story of today's game. Clarke Schmidt, he fired 6 2/3 innings, which is his longest start of the season. It might be the longest start he's had in his career. I think he threw 7 innings in Tampa Bay last year. In fact, I think his 2 longest starts are in Tampa Bay. So that's a little bit interesting. Maybe he's just an at Tampa Bay kind of guy. At Tampa Bay, 6 2/3. So this matches his longest start of his career as a major leaguer. So, the ability to pitch deeper into games is really important. This is why the Yankees push him. This is why, Aaron Boone lets him pitch in games where you might feel like he shouldn't be pitching still. It's why Aaron Boone is very aggressive with his usage rates. It's why the Yankees push him so much. Something that I found really interesting from this start was that I felt like the sinker usage was not nearly as aggressive as games past or just outings past or outings previous. The Yankees have done a really good job of developing pitchers, of really maximizing their potential. I think this was a change that needed to happen. I really didn't see a world in which Clarke Schmidt's sinker could be viewed as his go-to pitch, his get me over pitch, his whatever you want to call it. Yeah, he threw just 15% sinkers. It's not a shock to me that he had 34% whiff rate. And, the hardest hit balls allowed, he had a 100-mile-per-hour batted ball, but he averaged 86.5 miles per hour. It's not a surprise to me this is the best he looked, because I just don't think that sinker is a go-to pitch. It's a nice complementary, like he threw it to Harold Ramirez, kind of mix it in there, throw guys off. Super encouraged by how aggressive he was with his cutter and sweeper, and just his entire arsenal looked really good. His velo was up, movement profiles was up, everything was up for the young right-hander. You got to get an outing from Nick Birdie. He didn't even have to do anything really. He just threw 3 pitches, and Jose Trevino threw a guy out. Again, Jose Trevino, just a great day behind the plate for him. Luke Weaver comes in, and Luke Weaver is a godsend. Luke Weaver has been I think he's been the second best reliever on this team pretty easily. And then Clay Holmes, obviously, it's rocky. Gave up a hit, 2 walks, but he picked up 3 strikeouts, didn't allow another ball in play after that single. And now you're looking at this team, and look, they have 26 wins. They are 26-14. We're playing really good baseball, winning 26 of your first 40 games. That is a 65% win rate. Let's prorate that over a full season. That's a 105 win pace. The problem is just the Orioles don't lose right now. So, if you're the Yankees, this is a really good team. I view this as a really good team. This is a really quality team, really quality ball club, a deep ball club, a team that can do a lot of different things and kill you in a lot of different ways. I'm super encouraged. I'm super encouraged by the way they've played lately. They've really bounced back after kind of playing 500 baseball for a little bit. They've kind of hit their stride. I'm super encouraged. They've won 7 of their last 8 games. It's pretty hard to be anything but encouraged. And the one game they lost, it came down to the last hitter. So, yeah. Yankees are playing great without Cole. They're pitching great without Cole. Look, I expected them to be a pretty good offense. They have Aaron Judge and Juan Soto. You kind of just assume that's going to be enough to be playable. But the pitching staff, man, they've really impressed. They've truly been incredible. The Yankees have the second best ERA in baseball. They have a 2.92 team ERA. That's remarkable. That's incredible. That's great. That's unbelievable, right? You're not going to say much better about that. They've done a much better job, I think, of getting strikeouts. That's something I was really concerned about earlier in the year. They were getting strikeouts. Now they're 9th. Their starting rotation has been, it's been remarkable, right? The Yankees are 4th in strikeout rate amongst their starting pitchers. They have the 7th best ERA at 3.36. In terms of skill interactive ERA and underlying metric, they're 9th. So it's not like it's some Fugazi crap. In terms of stuff plus, I believe their rotation, if I'm not mistaken, they're 6th. They're 4th, 106. They're up there with the best. They have really good stuff. They are executing pitches, I think, a lot more frequently than they did in recent outings. The bullpen has obviously been again, unbelievable. The Yankee bullpen has a 2.21 team ERA, the lowest ERA amongst any team in baseball. Strikeout rate, again, hopefully that creeps up because that 21%, don't love that. But again, they've just been a really strong team all around pitching wise. Got to feel good about the Yanks. Right now. Pitching staff's good. This team looks good. It's that simple. This team looks good. They're playing good baseball. They're pitching their tails off. And as you mentioned, without Garrett Cole, they look really good. Giancarlo Stanton, he is destroying the baseball right now. Giancarlo Stanton is crushing the baseball. He is a streaky hitter. I'm not all the way in or all the way out on Stan. I'm kind of just right? I'm just sure, right? If he gives you 120 WRC plus, I'll take it. If it's below that, I think the base running and defensive value, it's hard to justify. That he should be doing much more for this team. It's hard to justify that he should be an everyday player at that rate, but I'm rooting for him to play his tail off because obviously the Yankees could really use it. With Birdie playing well and Oswaldo, do you think there's a chance to try to trade DJ? I don't think they can move the contract. I'm pretty sure he has no trade clause. He has 10 to 5 rights, excuse me. I don't think it's happening. Clarke Schmidt's a good pitcher. If he can continue to go deeper into games, he's going to have to give heel for a run for his money when Garrett Cole is set to return. Good problem to have. So we had Nick Pollock on the podcast. If you guys didn't check out that episode, you guys should. It's a really fun episode. We talked about the rotation, things of that nature. And one of the big things that we talked about was kind of okay, Luis Seal's balling. What does this mean for the rest of the rotation? I don't know. It just kind of means, someone's probably going to get hurt at some point, right? Let's all be realistic here. Do you get 5 starters to remain fully healthy, completely healthy, no BS, no funny business, no nothing? You don't really get that to happen, right? Like guys get hurt. Garrett Cole got hurt, right? I think that's kind of the best way to put it. Garrett Cole got hurt. Anybody can get hurt. So I'm kind of just at the point of, I'll take what I get from them right now. And I'll worry about who gets shuffled out. This is a good problem to have. It's overall, it's a good problem to have. And I'm glad we have this problem because pitching depth is important. Like you can never have too much pitching. I think that's, and shout out to Matt Blake because he's truly been remarkable. He's a remarkable pitching coach, and the Yankees are very lucky to have him. Trevor, I think that's true. I wasn't even thinking about that. Healer Schmidt. Yeah, it is what it is. The Weave Dog is doing what has been doing great at giving the Yankees what Michael King's production from the bullpen was. Yeah, dude, he's been great. Like I don't have a lot of, it's hard to really put into words how good he's been because the Yankees just do it every year. Every year the Yankees just have a good bullpen. It's the circle of life. That's just how things are. Luke Weaver right now has the, trying to check. He is 29th in strikeout to walk rate amongst relievers. I think his live stats full season. Yep. 26.9% strikeout rate, 4.3% walk rate, 2.59 ERA. Throwing absolute shedder. If you look at this outing, he was averaging 96 miles per hour on his fastball. He's been averaging 95, 96 the last few outings, and he's been dominating. He's been unbelievable. He's an unbelievable pitcher. I don't have much more good things to say about him because I feel like the numbers speak for themselves. When exactly did Jose Trevino start the game? Why exactly did he start the game over the righty matchups? I think it's matchups. Yeah. So Taj Bradley doesn't have a great horizontally moving pitch. It's very up, down, north, south. So righties are a good matchup if you're looking at it just from a pitch profile standpoint, and you're typically playing to your team's strength. If you look at Trevino's strengths, it's north, south, north, south, north, south, east, west kills him. North, south. That's where his money's at. So I think they're just more so reading matchups there. Also, I like the fact that Judge walks a lot even when he's not hitting. He's got great play discipline. He's a phenomenal player, and I think anyone who hates the guy or was ready to throw him off of the ship and get off the Aaron Judge train because of five bad weeks, is what it is. Keep tweeting fill in the blank has been bad, Ryan, because it makes him play better. I'm writing Caleb Derbyshire replaced Gleyber Torres. I'm going to write that article, and then Gleyber's going to put up a 140 WRC plus for the rest of the year. Hill out of the pen will be electric. I'll counter it with this. Hill's a good starter. I think he's a good starter. I legitimately buy into it. Do I think he's going to be moved to a reliever role? Yes, because I also think the Yankees are going to be aggressive at the deadline. Every year the Yankees are aggressive at the deadline. Every year the Yankees go out and try to make moves. Every year the Yankees try to make something happen. So I expect them to make it happen again. I expect them to be aggressive at this deadline again. They have a good farm system. They're a great team. It's a good ball club. Matt Blake has done miracles on me. Absolutely. Matt Blake, the Yankees are the second best ERA in baseball. It's really hard. It's really hard to say anything else about this team. Ryan, what up, chat? John Bloom, my guy. How's it going? We're probably going to end this stream a little early. It's not popping like crazy, which, it's not too bad, but end of the day, it's 10-9. I'm not going to lie. The Knicks loss kind of killed me. I feel like a lot of Yankee fans who are also our Knicks fans, they're just kind of, we're all just kind of beat up right now. So yeah. Who would you prefer to go to the pen when Cole returns to a 6-man rotation? So I'm assuming everybody's healthy. This is tough. You'd say Stroman, right? Stroman's been the guy who's been the least productive starter, but I think Stroman can figure it out. It's way too early to be oh yeah, Stroman's clearly the worst guy in this rotation. I think Nestor he's got to keep starting. He pitches deep into games. I love Cortez, what he's been providing for the team. I don't think I'm too amped about the idea of I think it's going to be Heel. I just think it's going to be Heel. I don't love it, but I think it's going to be Heel. I think it does make sense, right? It makes sense. It's not indefensible. It is defensible. And of course, the other aspect of this is, we're assuming the Yankees stay healthy. And I hate to be a doomer. I don't think this is doomer. I think this is just being realistic here. You can't assume the team's going to continue to stay fully healthy, 100% healthy in the pitching staff. So, you trade for depth at the deadline pitching wise, you go get a frontline guy, you go do what you got to do to make this team better. And, we'll see where the cards shake from there. But I think Luis, you'll obviously think of him as a reliever because his stuff is the best out of everybody in that group. Could be scary hours. Forgot the Knicks played tonight. I had a very painful reminder the Knicks played tonight because I watched the game and just the fakest shot in the world. It's not the fakest shot in the world. It's It is what it is. It is what it is, right? Like, it is what it is, right? Sometimes you win some, you lose some. Knicks are battered. Pacers are not that bad of a team. Is what it is, right? Life moves on. Trying to think. Also, Francisco Lindor. Good God, what a bomb. I love Francisco Lindor. I think he's a great ball player. But the Mets, the Mets are getting killed by the Braves right now. Kind of giving you a status update across the league right now. Orioles won. Red Sox lost. Twins won. Not the Twins. Blue Jays lost, but they lost to the Twins. That's why I mentioned them. And we beat the Rays. I was going to say, where are the Rays? We beat the Rays. So Orioles win. Everybody else in the AL East loses. You basically just you start kind of looking at the way that the standings are shaken out. You kind of assume that the Yankees are in a good position wild card wise. Like, they're damn good, right? They have the same run differential as the Orioles. They're half a game back from them. They've been playing really good baseball. These are two really good ball clubs. Rangers have been playing better baseball as of late. Mariners they've really struggled. They've dropped a couple games. Astros, they've won 2 straight. They beat Detroit, is what it is. They're 14-24 now. Oakland, they've kind of they lost their last game. They're kind of up and down all year. Philadelphia continues to remain the best team in baseball. The Dodgers, the Dodgers tied right now with San Diego. It's 0-0. That game's early, but the Dodgers have been unbelievable. Brewers, I think, picked up a win. Cubs are probably going to pick up a win, so they'll be like a half game out. Actually, no, the Brewers are going to win, and they're going to go about the game up. That's kind of the update around the league, right? Philly, Milwaukee, Dodgers, Texas, Cleveland, and Baltimore remain at the top of the division. I think Cleveland's playing right now where they just lost. They just lost to the White Sox. The Twins are now a half game back. That division's kind of gone haywire fast. It kind of feels like the AL Central is better than I thought, but it is what it is. Let me get back to answering questions, though. Am I crazy for being optimistic about the future for Brubaker with the Yankees? Absolutely not. I think Brubaker has good stuff. I think there's a reason as to why the Yankees traded Kiner Delgado for him, because Kiner Delgado, I had him ranked in the top 20 for the organization. I was a little stunned they traded him. Now, Delgado's gotten off to a pretty strong start. He's hit 2 home runs in first 3 games. Strikeout rate's at 30.8%. He actually hit a home run in the Complex League as well, so that's 3 home runs in his first 4 games with the Pirates organization. I don't think Kiner Delgado's a bad prospect, but they clearly think a lot of JT Brubaker, and I think that indicates that you should think something of him as well. Kind of like Luke Weaver. We'll take this in consideration. Clarke has experience as a reliever, and Heel doesn't, but Heel's coming off TGS, and the season will be the most innings he's pitched ever. Yeah, I just think it'll be Heel. And I think he can learn something as a reliever that helps him as a starter. Kind of like Schmidt learned things as a reliever that helped him as a starter. Like, it is important to learn these things. It's not like, pitching. It's like pitching out of the bullpen doesn't teach you anything. You learn how to succeed. You learn how to fail. You learn how to deal with success. You learn how to deal with failure. These are important things. Like, I strongly believe these are important aspects of player development and all that stuff. So, yeah. Again, a good problem to have, absolutely. Were you surprised that Ron Marnacho was pitching this well this season and got sent down to AAA for tonight's game? No, because he's not available for today, and I guess they wanted to keep a full bullpen. I will say this. I do think that Michael Tonkin is going to just get DFA'd when Canley comes back. Would I prefer to just cut Tonkin now? Sure, but if somebody gets hurt, you can just call it Marinaccio. So their thought process is they keep the same amount of arms in the organization. They don't lose any arms in the organization. Cutting Tonkin kicks out an arm of the organization. And I know you guys hate to hear that. It's roster construction, BS, all that stuff, but it is important and it matters because let's say Nick Birdie comes into this game. He's a high injury risk guy, and he pulls something or he feels something after the game. He feels tightness. You can shut Marinaccio back up. If you were to have that happen, now you need to bring up Gomez or Beater and take them out of the AAA rotation and take them out of the routine, or potentially DFA somebody, have to call somebody up. You're in a tough spot. So that's why they made that move, and I have no problem with it. How much money can one make with Fireside Bets? So today with Fireside Bets, we won the Hartenstein DiVincenzo bet. We won that leg. I believe we lost the Nemhard one because I don't think Josh Hart hit his line. I also don't think Nemhard hit his line. I can double check right now. Because Nemhard Nemhard did not hit his line. He missed by a few, and Hart did not hit his line. So we bricked one, hit another. Nemhard bricked us for the second one. So 1 for 3. Not great. Is what it is. Not a great day, but yeah, it is what it is, man. I'm not gonna stress it too much. Let's see where we're at. We still have Efros, Canley, and Trevino coming back from the bullpen. I also realized I've been saying like a million times. Yeah, they have a lot of guys coming back. Brubacher, again, a guy that's going to come back at some point. So I'm not too worried. Don't look at Tonkin's number as a Yankee. Yeah, he's actually put up good numbers because he hasn't allowed an earned run. The error was not on him, and both runs he allowed in Milwaukee were Manfred man runs. So again, they weren't his runners. So he's technically been actually, he's not been a productive Yankee, but he's put up, his stats are not bad. Again, the Yankees he's a depth up. He's an arm. He exists. He can throw, and when you get a blowout one way or another, you're going to need arms who can do that. So, I've got no issues. I've got no problems with this. I really don't. I have no issues with this at all. With that being said, though, player of the game, I'm going to go give it to Clarke Schmidt. I want to give it to Rizzo. I guess I could give it to Rizzo. You know what? Split it. Rizzo, Schmidt. Congratulations. So, you guys can check us out at Fireside Yankees on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and of course this YouTube page. You guys can follow me at Ryan Garcia ESM. We're going to be doing more of these streams. I will be doing these streams. These will happen. I know that it's kind of been on and off, but a lot of stuff been happening behind the scenes. Not like bad, just like life. So been handling business there. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this little mini stream here, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn that notification bell. Make sure you guys also check out Fireside Yankees, not Fireside Bets. Right above. You guys check out Fireside Giants, Fireside Rangers. If you guys are Rangers fans, I'm an Islanders fan, so I don't fuck with the Rangers, but I hope they win for Fireside Rangers because I'm a company guy. I'm a company guy first. And of course, check out EmpireSportsMedia.com for all of your favorite written sports content for all your favorite New York sports teams. Even got soccer coverage. We literally have it all. Thank you guys again for tuning in. It's late. It's tiring. It's a Friday night. You want to be out. You want to be kind of doing anything else. I get it, but we appreciate you taking your time to stay here with us. I'm your co-host, Ryan Garcia, or just your host, Ryan Garcia. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.